Wizards of the Coast has just introduced its new Throne of Eldraine Deluxe collection. What is it? Should you buy it? Well, greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. Heavy emphasis on the word luxury today, my friends. We are here to talk about luxurious magic goods, the newly announced Throne of Eldraine Deluxe collection. And oh Lord, what a beast it is. You know what, let's get a picture of it up on the screen so you guys can take a look at all the googly goodness and what you get. You'll notice, you can see there's a big purple box in this picture. There is some kind of folder with a purple planeswalker symbol stamped over viney thorns. There is a picture of Garruk standing there being all Garruky. There are 9 magic cards shown off here on the side and a stack of booster packs. Now, this isn't the entirety of what you get with this package. So what I want to do is break down what you're getting for your 450 American dollars. Oh yeah, no, that's right. Get up off the floor. I'm sure you've just fallen out of your chair when you take a look at the image on your screen and go, wait, why is it $450? You look at the size of that purple box and like, well, they made it oversized. What's going on here? Admittedly, you know, just to take a moment, the actual box that it comes in is rather lovely. I mean, you've got the Throne of Eldraine logo on the front there with Rowan's sword stabbed down behind it, and you've got all the vines flowing out, so you've got those kind of representing Oko, and also just kind of giving it that overall Throne of Eldraine nature-y kind of feel to it. So, I'm sure you've got to be wondering, what is inside this $450 box set? Well, I'm glad that you asked in your head, or didn't, because I'm going to tell you anyways. It comes with 16 Throne of Eldraine Collector's boosters. Now, bear in mind, that's all the boosters you're getting in here. So those 2 little stacks that you see on the screen, those are your 16 Throne of Eldraine Collector's boosters. Then you have 1 set-themed binder. Admittedly, the binder does look nice with the design that they've put on it, the thorny setup, and that purple. I like purple, so obviously I'm going to be a little bit biased that way. Maybe you look at it and go, it's not for me, but I enjoy that purple splash of color on the gray binder. Now, bear in mind, this may just be a mock-up picture to a degree, so the product may vary slightly in appearance, but I believe what we're seeing is the finalized version. So you've got that binder. Now, it's impossible to determine just from looking at the picture whether this is going to be a high quality binder or whether this binder is going to fall apart on you, fall to pieces as it were. So inside this package, it will include 1 foil Garruk Cursed Huntsman Borderless Planeswalker card. So that's not what you're seeing here in the artwork. You'll notice that you don't see that Garruk pictured in here. That artwork that you're seeing there on the screen is actually an art print of the Borderless Garruk Cursed Huntsman. So basically, the art that you see in that little mini poster is or art print, however you want to categorize that. That's the artwork that shows up on the foil Garruk that is included in the box set, and it has the extended borders that go all the way out without having the regular black border. There is another magic card included in this package. That is the non-foil version of the Buy-A-Box Kenrith the Returned King. Now, I don't know if the Buy-A-Box regulars are going to be foil, because all the Buy-A-Box cards they've done so far have been foiled. So I don't know if this is a special kind of weird reversal where there will be more copies of the foil version, because they're the Buy-A-Box, than the non-foil version. That part hasn't been sorted out yet. But it's just a regular magic card. It's the card that is the Buy-A-Box, and that is Kenrith the Returned King. I did a video on him on the channel, or not a video, did I? No, sorry, I didn't do a video on him. He was included in a spoiler video where we talked about him for a bit. Now, you saw those 9 cards over on the right-hand side. You see those 9 cards and you're just like, okay, what are those 9 cards? Well, that part is what is most likely going to vary from box to box, because what that is it's actually a 3x3 card strip from a foil sheet of Throne of Eldraine. So they've taken an entire foil sheet and they've cut off a 3x3 card square for you. Now, this is from an actual foil sheet, which means these will be actual Magic cardstock. If you chose to do so, you could actually cut these out, and if you had a proper way to round the corners and whatever, or I mean, they do have some misprints now where they're screwing up and leaving square corners on them anyways. Either way, they're printed on official Magic cardstock, so you could theoretically cut these cards out if you wanted to. Now, next up, it gets weird. It gets weird, boys and girls, because this Throne of Eldraine Deluxe collection doesn't just deal with paper Magic, it also reaches into Arena. And it comes with an Arena Mega Code card. Now, I feel like calling it an Arena Mega Code card is a bit over the top, because yes, you are getting more than just one thing with it to a degree, but they have codes that give you 3 booster packs in one go. They just call those codes. This is a Mega Code, and it just feels like a marketing term, really. But anyways, what you get included in digital only, you do not get these in physical. In digital only, you get a Garruk Exquisite sleeve. We don't know what the design on that's going to be right now. You also get a copy of each of the following cards, plus the card style for each of these cards. And for those of you who may not be familiar specifically with Arena, the styles are essentially Arena's versions of foils, where the artwork has been made to move around a little bit. It's a little fancier version. Now, the cards that you get are specifically Garruk Cursed Huntsman along with his style, Charming Prince along with the style, Magic Mirror along with the style, Witch's Vengeance along with the style, Bone Crusher Giant along with the style, and Questing Beast along with the style. Now, this feels like a very random sort of smattering kind of thing where they're just like, okay, you know what? We'll give them Garruk, but then we'll give them a Prince, a Mirror, a Witch card, a Giant card, and a Questing Beast. It does feel very, very weird that they've included these Arena codes in a physical product like this. Up until now, digital codes that came along with products tended to be something like a copy of the product, for example, the Planeswalker decks. Now this is a different beast, where they just have completely random. I'm just taking a moment to try and piece together how these Arena cards really fit into the Throne of Eldraine Deluxe collection. It's the most confusing part of the package to me, where you just go, okay, so they're including 5 random cards with the styles and an exquisite sleeve. I mean, no one's going to buy this to get that stuff. This is all stuff that you could just acquire. I mean, with maybe the exception of the Garruk sleeves, maybe they won't sell those for gems, but everything else you could just acquire through like gem purchases or buying stuff straight through Arena. So this part is the most confusing. Either way, let's break down what's going on here in terms of the price, and hopefully give you a guide for whether this is something that you want to be purchasing yourself. So to do that, we'll go back to the collector boosters, because this is actually going to be where the meat of your decision is going to lie. This is going to be how you determine whether or not this is a product for you. It's going to hinge heavily on the collector's boosters, as these are not the regular boosters that we're accustomed to. Up until now, we've only really had draft boosters. That's what they're called now. Those have been the traditional booster packs since the dawn of Magic, essentially, where they're just randomized booster packs, and through Wizard's own admission, there's a lot of garbage in those packs. So they came up with the collector's boosters under the guise of agency, where they said, okay, we're just giving you more agency, but really, obviously, it's an attempt to extract more money from the customer base, and there's nothing wrong with offering more products that give you more selection. It's just the way that they presented it did make it seem like draft packs weren't that great. So these collector boosters that we're talking about, they don't have any of the regular cards that you would find inside of draft packs. All the commons and uncommons included in the packs are all foils, On top of that, there are cards in this set that have been given a different treatment than regular Magic cards. So they'll have special extended borders. There's certain cards that only show up in collector's boosters that you can't get in draft boosters. For example, cards from the Brawl deck and things like that. Now, the biggest sticking point about the collector's boosters is the cost. When they announced them, they said they were going to be in the range of 20 to 25 US dollars. That is my recollection of the price that they were originally stating these to be at. Now, I'm going to use the higher range of price. So we're going to be looking at $25 a booster pack, basically, for this breakdown, especially because it works easily with 16 booster packs. The conversion math is very simple to do. So what you need to do is make sure that for you, the collector's boosters are worth $25. If you find that they're not worth $25, that automatically moves this product into the category of do not purchase, because the large majority of the suggested value, because remember, these packs cost Wizards the same amount of money to make as regular packs. So it is going to be a personal decision. And I will weigh in saying, personally, I find collector's packs to be overpriced, but I also do desire the cards that are in them. So it's really just a price point issue for me as opposed to a product design issue for me when it comes to these. So if you're okay with $25 as your collector booster price, then basically the breakdown goes like this. You have 16 booster packs at $25 a pop. So that's $400 for the booster packs, which leaves $50 as the additional cost for the other items that you are seeing here on the screen. So you have to decide for yourself, how much would the binder be worth to you? Is that a $10 binder? That sort of thing. The foil Garruk Cursed Huntsman Borderless Planeswalker card, what is the value for that? Do you value cards on the secondary market? Would you intend to sell that card? That is also going to affect your valuation. The art print, does that have any value to you, or is that just a random poster? I think that the art print is probably not going to weigh in heavily on a lot of people's valuations. The non-foil version of the Buy-A-Box Kenrith the Returned King, well, what's the value on that card going to be? Again, are the Buy-A-Boxes this time around all non-foil, or is it when you get the Buy-A-Box, you get a foil version? When you get the deluxe Buy-A-Box, it's a non-foil version, because that would impact the value of the card as well. And that's one of the things you're going to want to take into account. The 3x3 card strip from a foil sheet of Throne of Eldraine is another one that's going to be subjective. Do you care about getting part of a foil sheet? Is there the possibility that you may get some valuable rare on your 3x3 square? Would you be willing to cut it out and try and sell it for additional profit to make, or not profit really, but to offset the perceived cost of the box? Or not the perceived cost, we know what the cost is, but you understand what I'm saying, right? It's another way for you to get some of the money. Like if there's only certain things you wanted from the box set, like say for example the binder or something, it's a way for you to recover some of your cost, right? That's something to bear in mind when you're making these purchases. Although admittedly, I imagine with the price tag on this, there's probably going to be two categories of people. People who are like, no way, and people who are like, I'll pay, and it's just whatever the price is kind of thing. Now, the arena codes, honestly, the arena code to me is not much value at all, right? The exquisite sleeves are worth maybe $5-6, I think, if you use in-game currency. And then when you break down the cards, I mean, you're getting some rares and you're getting a couple of mythics. And by Wizards' own valuation system, when you get extra mythic rares or extra rares in Arena, they're worth 20 or 40 gems a piece, which makes the cost of the Arena stuff pretty much $8, maybe $8 to $10 if you want to be nice about the valuation. And even then, that means you have to want everything that's in there. And I figure that there's a number of people who are on the whale level, whales being the people who have an insane amount of money to spend either on paper or Arena. And if you're already an Arena whale, you're going to be spending a bunch of money, getting a bunch of packs, and you're going to have all these cards, and you may not even care about the styles. So for me, the Arena code is negligible. So you really don't factor that in. So what it boils down to is, how much do you value the collector's booster packs at, right? If you're looking at they're only worth $20 a piece, all of a sudden that drops your valuation down as well, right? So if you don't value the packs at $25, you're not already starting out at that $400 valuation for the boosters. Then if you don't value the binder, you don't value the art, and you don't value the 3x3 card strip, but you do care about the cards that you can sell, then you're looking at Garruk and Kenrith as sort of, all right, that helped to cut my costs down a little bit. But if you do value the extra frappery, then really it boils down to you, is $50, overall, is $50 extra going to be worth it to you to get a special binder, a foil Garruk borderless planeswalker, an art print with that Garruk's artwork, a non-foil version of Kenrith the Return King, the 3x3 strip from a foil sheet of Throne of Eldraine, and the Magic Arena code card. And to me, all that stuff for $50 it's really only offset by the fact that you get like a foil Garruk planeswalker, and if that card actually turned out to be like the standard hotness, you might be sitting on a fair bit of value. Now, I'm not a meta master, so I can't actually tell you if that Garruk is going to matter. But either way, the easiest way it seems like to break it down is just go $400 is what you're paying for the collector's boosters at regular, like, suggested retail. I know they discontinued suggested retail, but they still tell us prices here or there, and they set the prices for the distributors. So it exists regardless of whether they want to play these games hiding it behind the scenes or not. So yeah, I mean, the arena codes aren't something that feel like they measure in any way. Overall, for me, this doesn't seem like a product that I would purchase. I mean, first of all, just from the monetary perspective, I don't have the money to buy a $450 US box set. It is so far out of my budget that it's absurd. It's absurd to me. But even if I did have the money, in all honesty, the only thing that I really am kind of curious and would like to have is the set themed binder. I dig the look of the binder. I do dig the look of it. I am curious about the quality level of the binder, but I would actually be cool with owning that binder. I do like the whole Planeswalker stamp on it with the thorns and everything on that muted gray colored binder. It strikes my eyes in a pleasing way. But overall, this one for me is I wouldn't buy it. But I basically hopefully have given you the breakdown tools to decide if it's actually worth your time and money. So let me know in the comments below, because I mean, when it comes to this is the most expensive, craziest thing I've ever seen Wizards make. And I want to know, how do you feel about it? Is this something you're going to buy? Do you care about the arena code? Like, is that something that you don't care about? What out of this box set is actually most attractive to you? But overall, let me know what your opinions are and if this is something that you would purchase, because it's not something I can do, even with the support of my lovely patrons and channel members. So thank you, my friends, for supporting my channel. It means a lot to me. To everyone who has come by today, thanks for swinging by and hanging out, and I will see you all tomorrow.